All right, let me. It's funny you asked me was I ready, but yet
You not
you know,
ready.
Instagram
And we
doesn't.
live.
It
You not
it does
ready.
it. It's not me.
You should always wait to the end.
No, I
No,
have to
because you
wait
gotta
to
go
press the
live
go
to
live.
give
Yeah.
it
Yep.
the thing, right? Yeah, that's crazy.
It sucks. So
Yeah.
we
Can you
are
go
live.
live without us being connected to any of the sites?
I mean, I
And then
could.
toggle it on after the fact?
Yeah, that's pre-recording. That would be
Yeah.
a
But you gotta tell me
pre-recording.
that because I'm always sitting on mine.
But I would turn it off
Oh,
for
you can turn it
everybody.
off. You can turn off my shit.
I can turn off everybody's stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
excuse me,
yeah.
nigga.
So we're back. But before we start this episode, let me do my shameless plug
Ooh, your
so I can
shameless plugs.
create a reel for this. So, um, in three, two, one.
Shameless.
Shameless plug. So, you
Shameless plug.
guys, if you can see the QR code at the bottom of the screen, if you are in North Florida, Jacksonville, Georgia area, it does not matter. Please make sure that you come to the Love at Paradise event on Saturday, August 22nd from 1 to 4 at Paradise Lounge in Orange Park, Florida. This time we want to focus on community. We want to focus on entrepreneurs, and we also want to do the shake and make of meeting and greeting and putting connections together. Also, I do have a little surprise since we are kind of focusing on community. There may be a nonprofit there that I want to do some donations for while we have that event. So, if anybody, everybody, if you are in Jacksonville, if you are watching this video, make sure you scan the QR code. Get your ticket now for the Love at Paradise event. It was a great event the first time, and second time it's going to be even better. There we go. And we are back.
Hey.
Disaster Data 101.
Oh my goodness. Disaster dating.
We took
Mm.
a vacay.
I ain't take no vacay. Your ass took the vacay. I ain't take
I
no
took a
vacay.
vacay.
You definitely
Yeah.
did.
I went out of
You want to talk
town.
about it?
I want to talk about it. So before
Because
we
you got
talk about
flued
it,
out.
I mean I flew myself out. I
Oh,
mean,
that's
it don't
right.
matter. Yeah, I
That's
flew
right.
myself out because I wanted to fly myself out because I didn't want any
You
what's the
want to
word?
what?
You know how if somebody do something then it's like, you owe or whatever. I can't think
Not the
yeah.
quid pro quo. You thought that was going to be a fear?
I'm not saying that, but I just, you don't know as far as when it comes to connections how it's going to be, and I didn't want it to be like, oh, if I knew things were going to be good, but just in case, I said, let me do it on my terms so I can feel comfortable, so I don't feel like there's anything owed in this trip, right?
But that's a wacky concept to have to
I
deal
know,
with
but
because here's the thing. If two people are dating, and I said this last time, y'all don't date us. So we only date y'all, right?
yes.
If two people are dating, money you spend in that time should not be taboo. Like, so if you say, okay, let's get together and it's in a different state,
But
you
this was
actually
our first time,
right, which
period.
means
Like,
you should actually fly yourself out there.
and that's why I flew myself
Right,
out. It was like this my
right.
first
You
time
should fly
meet
yourself
our first
out
time
there.
meeting.
Right. But I mean, not even just because it's the date. I mean, sometimes that should just be the case. Unless y'all but see that
Had
is
arranged or agreed to whatever
agrees,
the
right?
terms
Because
are. Yeah,
unfortunately that
yeah.
type of mentality doesn't strike your gender until it's like, well, I'm not doing that until we something, right? He gotta spend all his money proving he's something worth you doing that for while he's doing it for you the whole time.
And that's another reason why I flew myself out, right?
Yeah.
So as we're getting ready for this trip. I packed 2 weeks ahead. You know,
Mhm.
um, going through the ups and downs of I'm really doing this because, as you know, this is not a move that I do not. These are not the things that I just get up and go and be like, all right, cool. Let me just randomly meet somebody. I started to feel triggered, right? There were
Mhm.
some triggers of doubt, right? There were some triggers of he's going
Mhm.
to cancel at the last minute. Going in, I set myself up basically for failure as at
Okay.
some points, right? Because
Mhm.
when people, or not everybody, for me, I'm so used to the excuses, right? Not to
Mhm.
completely execute, right? So I felt like, all right, something's gonna come up, right? Right before it's time for me to come. It'll be like, oh, something came up, whatever, da da da. But it's funny because technically the week that I was supposed to go, something
Mhm.
did come up, but he was still willing for me to come out there, but told me like heads up, hey, this day will be a little bit tight because I got XYZ going on. But if you want to stay an extra day, we can do that since the day you're supposed to come is going to be occupied. So
Okay.
he still presented another option. But for
Okay.
me, I'm like, I didn't want to bring my work stuff with me. Um,
Right.
I know, Guru, I can't go into anything past trauma, and that's what this episode is about. Like, who hurt you, boo? Because that is the title of the episode. So, he was willing to reschedule and cater to whatever needs I needed in order for me to be there. Right.
Mhm.
So I land, I get there. Everything is cool, great time. Next day, I get a migraine. Even when I got my migraine, I'm so used to like either I'm going to take something or I'm not. So I didn't say anything. I didn't let him know I had a headache or anything. But that was the day that we were supposed to actually go out, right? That's the one
Mhm.
free day that we're going out. And so I finally said something really late, right? Plus the weather was like really bad. So I was like, again, there may be excuses, right?
Mhm.
So I in this trip, I'll say this. I allowed and I refused to kind of put my fingers in my hand in the pot. I wanted to step back and
Mhm.
just allow him to, plan the whole thing out.
Okay.
So when it got kind of late, when I said I had a headache, he gave me something. I, took something and
Mhm.
my headache subsided. But then also in that moment, right? Um, he waited a while and then he even said, hey, with the weather, this was the plan. But since you have a headache and the weather, are you sure you want to go out? Right. At one point, I wanted to say no so bad. I did.
Well.
That disappointment part, right?
Okay.
That part of being disappointed because it like we mesh and match so well that
Mhm.
I didn't want to be disappointed, right? So I said, let me kind of save myself and
Mhm.
like just avoid and just stay in, right? Just order something and stay in like we did the other night. But then I thought about it. I said, no, I want to see the city. So
Okay.
even though it was late and he again, whatever plans, he still pulled off something nice.
Okay.
So yes,
So he was totally accommodating, even
very.
though you weren't at the best at communicating.
But we know that.
That's how you want to start it off, though.
No, and we did. You know what? We had a moment where communication was brought up, right? Not with
Mm.
those two things, but it was something else that kind of came up. And he was like, hey, you got to say something
Yeah.
because I don't know.
We're not built that way.
So yeah,
Okay.
very
So
attentive. Like I really enjoyed myself.
so that brings us to our topic today then, right?
Yeah,
Because we need to know where that headache came from. Why did that headache come?
I know it was the anxiety of me, you know, just
Of what?
jumping into this.
Jumping into this. Why?
So, backstory, but without telling too much. I kind of told you like how we became friends on social media, right? I followed
Mm.
him because of some of the stuff he was doing, and I think because of what the assumption was of him based off of what he does for a living, I assumed that he wasn't serious in pursuit of me in the beginning,
Okay.
until we actually started talking. And I'm like, oh, okay, you were serious. Like he said, like, I've been trying to get at you for years, and I thought he was a catfish. I did. I didn't tell you that part. I thought see, this is real, y'all. We got a lot of people on Instagram, just to let you know. We got a whole lot of people on
You
Instagram.
thought it was a catfish.
I thought 100% he was a catfish. I
Tell
thought
me
that
why.
somebody,
Tell me why.
because of what he does.
What do
He
you
does
mean?
reality TV. I thought I told you this. I
No,
didn't want
Negro. These are real reactions. What the
yeah,
hell?
like I'm yeah.
He does who?
He's been on reality TV and he acts.
What shows he been on?
I'm not saying.
You gotta tell me.
He was on a dating show on BET before.
And it was called.
None of your business.
Hey. I I I was
We will
on
we will talk
I
off.
was on I was on Russ Parr's dating show back in the day. They used to shoot all the episodes here in DC. We got caught coming out of a happy hour in our suits, and the girl was like, "We got to get y'all on these shows."
No,
Me and my,
he was actually a contestant on the show. So
I
okay,
mean, I was a contestant.
backtrack a little bit, right?
Okay.
How I started following him, and this is me being honest, right? I know he was not on Pop the Balloon. This is way before Pop the Balloon even existed, right?
Yo, if you
I
tell
told you Instagram is popping right now.
if you told me
No,
that nigga was on
it
Pop the
was
Balloon, I would
no,
go into my room, I would
it
blow
was
up a
some
balloon,
real famous
and
people, some people that was on other shows, other reality TV shows that are on MTV and VH1. They kind of had a dating show that they put together back during
mm,
COVID. During
mm,
COVID, there was a show. Lil Bow
mm,
Wow was the host. I'll say that.
mm.
So before again, how we started following each other. Well, how I started following him and he followed me back. I knew he did reality TV then, but it wasn't something that I knew of. So, and I kind of seen his profile and I kind of seen something. So I was like, he looks like a regular guy, right?
Regular
But
guy.
but once he got on that reality TV show, that's when I stepped back.
Why?
Because I knew then that even though he does get attention on this page, I was like, hey, I never watched the show. I refused to watch the show, right?
Why?
Because I didn't want to. I was into him at that time, so I didn't want
I
to
need to know
see
what
like
show this is. I need to know what show this is.
I didn't want to see like I was like, hey, maybe
He wanted the
you may
black guy
find
doing too
love,
much on the show.
you know.
He wanted the black guy doing too much on the show, was he?
No, 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 no,
Yeah, I hate
never,
those.
no,
Like,
no,
just
never.
sit your black ass down.
No, never. Like that, but that's the thing that I like. Like
Mhm.
he's a cool person, right? And so he always
Right.
used to hit me up. And he had asked several times before, can we meet up?
Hmm.
And I was like, nah, really, so I would just still talk, but not really push it. There was a time I think we kind of talked about it, but then I got cold feet, you know.
Okay.
So knowing the the fact that he he's an actor, um,
Actor. Yes.
actor.
He got his SAG card. Baby, I'm an
I don't know.
actor.
I don't know. So because I knew that that's what he was pursuing at the time, I still followed him as a friend, but I just kind of stepped back again because I thought he was a catfish.
You thought it was a catfish. Okay.
I really did think it was a catfish.
All right. So you get through all of this and you agree to come out and see him out in Chicago, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then on your way there, as you got closer, the idea of him being a catfish popped back in.
No, because I had already seen him at that point.
Okay.
We
So he's
we
not a
so
catfish.
yeah, because so what happened was sometime last year I kind of said something about it, like, "Are you a catfish?" And
Right. Right.
he was just like, "No," but then there was still no push of, "Let me call you, let me do this." So I left it alone. So I was like, "Nah, he a catfish," because that's why you've never heard about him, because I really thought he was a catfish.
Okay.
So I never really said anything because I was like, we never made it past the DMs.
Okay.
So then a couple of months ago, when I, you know, knew I was officially available, um,
Eh,
you know, I said to him like, "Are you?" I brought it back up,
are you a
and he was like,
catfish?
"No," and I said, "I'm not going to press it." And then that's when he was like, "Are you busy?" And that's when he called me on video.
Oh.
Yeah, and
So
has been
then,
calling me on
okay,
video
so
since.
so all of these things alleviated, and yet you still worked yourself up into a migraine. Why? Why?
I
Simple
don't.
answer. Yeah, it
I
is. It's
know
simple. It's a simple answer. Why?
the fear of rejection,
Oh, okay.
or the "it's too good to be true."
Two waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Too good to be true.
Okay. So if y'all ain't guessed it by now, today's topic is triggers and traumas, right? Niggas paying taxes. Who hurt you, boo? That's my favorite question to ask some
I
disgruntled
know.
young
So
woman.
I changed the episode. So let me tell you, as I was putting the episode together and good old, you know,
Last minute action.
editing and
Yep,
stuff, and going through good old Chad. Chad told me I couldn't use the word PTSD because people really have trauma.
they do. But
I know,
here's the
and I
problem. Here's the problem. This trauma is delulu though. Like they don't really know. A lot of them don't know they have this trauma. They go through
I
it all the time, and they don't even
and
know they have this
didn't
trauma.
realize it until now. 'Cause
Even
I've
whatever.
been you gotta think, for me, I've always been, "Oh, I don't bring my past into anything," and I don't. But literally, as I got on that plane, it was like, "I am really doing this."
Okay,
Gracious.
you're never not triggered.
I mean,
You're
I'm
never no
triggered,
no 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 no
but
no no
not like
You-
this.
no 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 no. Period. It never stops. The only thing that changes is you. You're never not triggered. You can't control that. That's we only think of triggers like some adverse negative reaction to something.
I
But
got you.
you triggered on everything. I can't even watch the first 10 minutes of Up before I'm fucking triggered to cry. That's a
Up is
trigger.
oh, yeah, up
But
is
I'm just saying, it's gonna
I
happen,
got
right? And it still gets you every time. But nobody talks about that being a trigger. That is a trigger, right? We only talk
yes.
about the triggers as it relates to relationships and shit.
Relationships,
Or
yeah.
or not even relationships. Well, I'll say relationships because I'll say friendships, everything across the board type shit, right? And people trigger you. Even in just connections with colleagues, they trigger you, right?
Yes.
Good. Understand that in your life, as long as you draw breath and you've already dealt with these experiences, you will always find a way. You can always find a way to be triggered. Your goal is just how you handle that trigger because it's no one else's fault that you were triggered. Now you can share with
It's
them,
not.
you can share with them that you was triggered and why you were triggered, right? In the hopes that they will be cognizant enough to understand that certain behavior might take you there. But ultimately, it is on you to get past that trigger, and it's on you to
That's
deal with the
true.
trigger in real time, right? But you're never not triggered. So it's just like when we say um we think we have a clean slate. You can't never have a really a clean slate once you've gone through the trauma because you're looking for it at that point. You're looking to avoid it because it got you so good the first time and you felt like shit, I was asleep at the wheel. I was asleep at the wheel. God damn it. Never again. Never again. Right. And then you start looking for it. That's when you're waiting for the other shoe to drop or you're making someone else pay that tax because you've invested your time and energy in not being present, but looking for the mistake you don't want to make again.
And that's why when I got the migraine, like I said, I had a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And I really was about to say, let's just stay in, right? I didn't say anything about me having a headache because I actually had it from the time, I got from me, especially being anxious, right?
Right.
So I thought about it, right? Like you said, I sat there and thought about it. I said, you know what? This is not fair. In my head, I thought about it. This is not fair. So then that's when I told him, like, I have a headache.
Okay.
Do you have something that I can take? And it still was enough time where it was still early, right? So that's when I took something, I laid back down. And that's when, he even asked, like, do you still have a headache? Are you good? And then, I'm like, I'm good. And then that's when, then it was there. It was like, don't say anything. He asked, what do you want to do? And I was like, I'm new to the city. I've never been there. Right. So
Yeah,
I
man, you
was
supposed to
like,
go get some Garrett's. And
we
get a deep dish, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no pizza. But I was trying to get pizza when I left. But
mm,
I said it. I said, it really doesn't matter. And then that's when he said, I wanted to show you the city, but the weather, I was going to take you, to the water. I guess wherever he had the
mm-hmm.
plan, the
Little
weather.
lakeshore
So
drive, little
then,
lakeshore drive, you know what I'm saying? Little
and
shot
so
town.
that's what he was saying. Yeah. So then he was just saying something about the going out. So then that's when I said, I do. I want to see the
He
city,
ain't take you to get
right?
no
It was
Harold's.
no. You got to think I'm a vegetarian, so
Oh,
he
that's
was really
right.
trying
Damn,
to figure
you
out.
can't even eat no good Harold's. Man, damn it. You in this lifestyle. Get out of here.
And that's what he was saying. He was like, I mean,
Don't ever go back to Chicago because Chicago got food.
I know
Chicago
that.
got
And that's why I was
food.
like, I could not enjoy
Mm-mm-mm.
the real
They
food
got food.
there.
I guess. I
Real
mean,
food.
you could have ate a all cheese deep dish.
I mean, I was trying to, I couldn't have. I really, yeah,
Okay.
had to be vegan. But no, I like that's why I said I stopped. I thought about it
Uh huh.
and I said, we're not gonna do this. We're not.
So your words. No one is showing up with a clean slate. Period. Some people got bathroom trash, and some people got kitchen trash, and then some people got dumpster trash. Nobody's coming with a clean slate.
But I've always said everybody has a clean
nah,
slate.
because you don't know you can't say that when you don't know what's going to trigger you and when it's going to trigger you,
Yep. Yep.
right? And you could think you dealt with it because you haven't experienced it, but you ain't dealt with it, and that's why that's why when it happens, your reaction is so visceral, right? Because you just completely caught off guard. It's like when you hear them friends talk about the friend they know who steal, and they be like, I just did never think they would steal from me. Nigga, you know they steal.
Yep.
What you mean? It's a matter of time. What are you talking about? Yeah, you're not immune, and you're not immune. You're just not immune to triggers, yo. No one is, and as soon as we understand that, we'll show up in a more human way by saying, listen, I ain't perfect. I still shit I'm working on. Because you always are. You are still always constantly working. I hate when people say, I'm healed.
Nah.
Healing. You're healing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because you
Yes.
healed, completely healed will put you on God status. You God status, my nigga, was good. Right? Um, but when you look back at previous relationships or previous situationships or previous connections or whatever, like our dating life shapes us, right? Everything, we are a sum total of all of our life experiences, right? Whether it's romantic or platonic, it doesn't matter. We're just a sum total of all of those different stories, right?
Mhm.
Even the ones we try to forget. What do you think? What do you think in your past prompted these feelings? Because you've always made it feel like you were in control of your
That
situations.
part. That part. That's the part where again I had to write this episode because it's so funny even with you saying that because I'll say that right. I literally had a conversation um in my DMs.
Hmm.
A ex hit me up and saw that I did the event,
Hmm.
right? Nothing. We're learning to be cordial, right? And, like, and so he had made the comment. I know it was pretty nice, right? And then I talked about, yeah, this XYZ. You're. He said you always try to make things perfect,
Hmm.
which I do, right?
Hmm.
So it's like I don't want mistakes, right? So I'm going in, no mistakes can happen
Hmm.
where like you said, I'm always in control. And this was the first time that I
You're not.
did not control the situation.
Hmm.
I didn't say I want to go XYZ. I didn't say let's do this. I literally sat back and was in the passenger side and let him like I didn't say anything. And that was the first time that I've ever been in that position when it comes to dating.
Okay.
Because it's like so many people are so dependent on my opinion, right? Like what I said with my ex, it was always, what are we, Tasha put this together. We did this. I did this. I planned this, XYZ. And it was like, but when I don't plan things, that's when it always goes south, right? That's when it would always seem like it would be bad. Even though it wasn't bad, it would seem like it would be bad. So as for me in my past, what triggered it was the part of when dates are supposed to be executed and then the excuse of not executing and coming through with the plan and me getting my hopes up and getting excited about the date and not even just the date, right? So here's the thing too. I don't have my birthday on Facebook and it's on purpose, right? Because it's like there were people in my life that are supposed to be besties and friends. This is way before college,
Uh-huh.
right? And I never understood why you would plan for somebody else's birthday on my birthday and then be like, let's go out and hang with them. So I was never the person to be first,
Her
right?
birthday's June
You
11th,
know,
people.
why? Why? Nobody asked you to put it out there. But just in general, like you said, I'm always the person on the sideline
Mm.
because I've been the person, as my therapist said, to try to hide and not be seen.
Okay.
because I don't want disappointment, right? I don't want to get my hopes up, even with dealing with death, right? The closer you get to people, life happens, right? So that excitement of things going well, I just didn't want the bad to happen, right? Because I'm so used to the bad happening. So it's like, let me just control
Mm-hmm.
it. So I don't have to hear it. I don't want to look at you like everybody else.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Would that be more of previous experiences
Yes.
culminating,
A lot of
or is that emotional baggage? Is it
it's previous
what's
experiences.
the difference for you?
It's not emotional
What's
baggage.
the difference for you
What do you mean
between
as
the
far as
two?
emotional?
Like in any situation, how do you base your reaction or you being triggered or your adverse reaction to stimulus or whatever as whether if that's because of a previous life experience or there is some form of emotional baggage? Like, is there a difference between?
So for me, when it's emotional baggage, I feel it. Like
Oh,
not the headache part,
uh-huh.
right? But it it's it's there. It's literally like I'm about to go into
Okay,
tears,
so then
right?
you have these two very different reactions. So then for you, what is the
Yes.
difference between something just being based off of life experience or something being literally labeled as emotional baggage? Because you're
Emotional baggage would be for me, right? It would be how can I put it? It's not the dating, right? It's I would say it would be on the lines of the commitment, right? The seriousness of things, right? That's where my emotions, because dating is dating. Like,
so
I don't.
but I mean emotional baggage as far as either what someone else carries into another relationship, what you carry yourself around with. You telling me you don't have emotional baggage?
As far as when it comes to relationships, I'm being honest, like it's it's that commitment part. That's it.
So you you are worried about
That's when
so
everything.
let's put
it
it in a let's do it engineer style. Let's put it in a word terms of a
oh,
problem statement.
okay.
Your emotional baggage is what?
Commitment
Your emotional baggage is someone being serious about being committed to you or you and your issues with commitment.
is me and my issues with
You and
commitment.
your issues with commitment. Okay, that's your emotional baggage. And how does that emotional baggage show up?
It I'm better, but it would show up as me finding a way out.
So that would like for example, when I say you like to date emotionally unavailable people. Okay.
That part.
All right. So then
Because I know it's not going to be a commitment there.
okay. So then and that's weird because you got this whole Disney dream and you over here
I
self-sabotaging. That's
know.
crazy. Um so then what life experiences has led to that emotional baggage?
My mother and my stepfather.
Grief. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So grief.
It ain't about me being hurt in a
No, it's
commitment.
just
It's about grief.
grief.
Hmm.
Okay. Um
Because you got to think they were young.
yes. And you were young.
Yes.
Okay. So then would you think that baggage is always a bad thing?
No.
Why?
I don't think it's a bad thing. Because even with mine, right? Even with that emotional trigger or my emotional baggage, I do know how to not really control it, but I'm very open about it, right? Especially if I know if I can feel this seriousness of something, right?
Mhm.
That is the conversation I have not had in a long time. but that is a conversation that I am very open to having.
Do you feel if I was to try to sum it all up, you have uh you have commitment issues because you worried about losing people close to you.
That so okay, so it's two different. It's kind of it's separated
Oh,
because my stepfather was one thing, and then my mother was
it's still
another.
lost
Right?
though, right?
It's still lost, but it was the fact that with my mother was sick.
Okay.
So, and I say this, and I've said this before, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I feel like I did. At one point in life, I was stuck at once I hit 36, I don't know what to do
Okay.
because of the fact that my mom passed away at
You
36.
didn't think you was gonna live past 36 yourself.
No,
Oh wow.
because she had uh the cancer that she had. As soon as she found out she had it, they told her she had less than a year to live.
Oh. Did they catch it late?
I
They had to catch it late.
honestly,
They had to catch it late.
honestly, you got to think it was like 90s, right? Um it my mother, she was overweight, so those were things too. And I don't know. Like, all I know is my 15th birthday, she told me she had cancer. Another reason why I don't celebrate my birthday.
Sorry about that.
So
Um. Okay.
so with that, right? I didn't really I there were things that I dealt with, personally, right? Like my own trauma. But then also, like I told you before, and like we talked about before, even with my kids being younger, I dated, but I didn't want people in and out of their lives.
Right.
So, literally, if we're being honest, once they got to boarding school is when I really kind of stepped out to really start dating,
Mm.
you know, but still holding on to what I'm used to, right?
Okay.
It's not serious. We don't I want the like you said, I want the Disney movie, but I'm so used to and conditioned to not being serious. Exiting, getting out of it.
Hmm.
It it was kind of hard to, commit, and then, too, data had changed at that point, you know, a lot.
Still changes every day. It's the most it's
Yeah.
the it's the most non-static thing ever.
Shout out to Darren Brand, who's on the live right
On
now.
the live. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
And Mika and Monty, shout out to Norfolk State
Oh,
and DJ Scoop. Yeah. I told you there's a lot of people coming in and out of
is that my
here.
friend Marty?
Yeah, he was on my TikTok.
Okay.
So I got TikTok right here. Everybody else over
Tell
there.
that country boy I said what.
And shout out to the people
Shout out
that's
to
in
Monty Rogers, man. One of the craziest young brothers I ever met. Representing that crazy state of North Carolina. Monty.
and DJ Terry Butler. We got on there Mika. Shout out to Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, my past crew. Hey Mika.
Mm.
So everybody, we got people in and
Me and
out.
Monty used to kick it so hard. Me and Monty would go get 6 packs of Rolling Rocks, ride around drinking watered down beer. All right. So, all right. We talk about. So, did you said you don't feel that emotional baggage or baggage is always a bad thing?
I mean, it is. I feel like
Is it a
if
bad
you
thing
know
or does
how
it
to
have a bad reputation?
it has a bad reputation because we still deal with our trauma. Like that's what therapy, that's what journaling or whatever, and however you do these things to control it, not to bring it into your current
But why
situations.
does baggage has the negative connotation because it makes it sound like it's something you're carrying around, right?
Yeah.
But is here when I ask you, is it always a bad thing? Is there instances where we can think about positive emotional baggage? Because if you are a kind and generous person, I don't want your last relationship to kill that. I want you to bring that too. Bring that forward. Definitely bring that forward, right?
Okay.
maybe leave that leave the relationship behind that tried to take
But
that from you,
the
but bring that, right? But sometimes in order for them to bring that, they still got to bring that other shit too.
but no, I agree. You know what? And you may be saying it a different way, but I'm kind of happy you said like that part, right? Bring certain things, right? And I was having this conversation even in this whole situation,
Mhm.
right? The other people from the past, right? The energy that you give them. And then sometimes when people come, oh, I ain't gonna do XYZ, whatever, da da da.
Mhm.
But you did it for the person that wasn't worth anything. So now you have somebody that is worth something. Why can't you bring that into it? Right. So I had to think about it even when I made the decision to come out on my own. How many times, Antoine, do you know I'm flying out to be somewhere for somebody that I'm talking to? Once a month, I was in Orlando. You know what I'm saying? So why would I stop now
Right.
when it's somebody that's giving me the energy that I'm asking for?
Right. Hey, listen. If you pray for the rain, you gotta deal with the mud. Period. And if there's always a bad, there's got to be something good that you want people to
Yep.
bring over, right? You want them to bring their whole honest self. You want them to bring their soft self, their loving self, their generous and gracious self, right? Patient self. You want them to bring all that shit. And so, for in order for them to pack that bag with all that shit, unfortunately, they got to pack their bag
Bring
with
other
all the other shit that tried to kill it because they can't forget that part. They can't forget it. They don't want it to happen again. You know what?
no, like one of my favorite movies, The Labyrinth.
When
Hold on. Let
where.
me just hold on. Let me just the baggage, the labyrinth, the lady.
Oh,
Did you ever see the
I did
labyrinth?
see the
The
labyrinth.
lady packing all the
Oh
the stuff
yeah,
on her
she
so she
was.
could get yeah.
I
So
remember.
yeah.
Uh,
Didn't want her to remember and just packed her with all the
all the
baggage on her
baggage.
back.
It was crazy. That movie was crazy. Um, but yeah, it's I don't know. So then let's talk about paying for those mistakes because we're gonna since we bringing the negative baggage anyway, right? I
Right?
call it taxes. I hate paying niggas taxes, yo. And I feel sorry for anybody who might have paid mine. Okay. But it's neither one of our faults because you are the only person that can control who pays those taxes,
That's true.
right? Um, so when we talk about that, right, making somebody pay for the mistakes somebody else made, that's how emotional baggage gets the bad name because you took that feeling and you automatically put it on that person. Right now they're playing at an advantage and they're already entering this thing on defense.
Yep.
Right, you don't put them on defense. Um, and sometimes they got their own defense. Can you imagine if you got your own defense and then you into a situation and you get put on defense?
Yeah.
Now, have you experienced that?
Being put on defense.
And already being in a defensive mindset.
Hmm.
That's counterproductive, yo. And since we don't communicate, none of that shit gets talked about.
Nope. It gets
It
ignored,
gets
and
ignored.
then y'all just sitting there like angry,
Like,
ready, ready to like something about to pop off.
but you know what? It's so many different things that someone can have to pay taxes for, right? You know, assuming they're gonna be a liar and a cheater, or they're gonna leave you. Everybody leaves, right? um, it's yo, we don't ever talk about how unhealthy that is, or exhausting that's gotta feel.
It's exhausting, right? It is.
Oh man, I could tell when somebody tired mentally, and I ask them. I'm an asshole sometimes. I ask you, nigga, they be going through all this shit. I be like, yo, that sounds exhausting as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exactly what comes out of my mouth. Yo, that sounds exhausting. How are you doing that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you doing that? That I got tired listening to it. That sounds exhausting as fuck. You can't be happy if you that fucking tired. I can tell you, I live with a woman. She was never happy because she was always fucking tired. Okay. And the only time she was in a really good mood is the morning she woke up when she slept in. I knew brunch. I knew brunch at 8 years old because my mom didn't cook breakfast until 12:30. Right? Because Saturdays and Sundays would be the only day she could sleep in. I knew to get up, I knew to get some cereal, go in the living room, leave her alone. And I love having the living room to myself. It was great. Okay, but don't you wake her up. And in that moment that she wakes up, she is happy. And it's Antoine Fisher. Because you know what I get? I get pancakes with the edges.
Crispy edges. The best kind of
Crispy
pancakes.
edges. Right?
Best pancakes.
So making someone pay for your mistakes. That's crazy.
As Erica Badu said, pack light. She didn't say
Pack light,
she didn't
niggas.
say don't pack. She
She
said
said
pack
pack light.
light.
Yo, what's the other exhausting thing? All of these is exhausting. Looking for them red flags, it's not there. Just you on a hunt,
That I'm
right?
telling you. I'm
Or
telling you.
another one that makes I'm pretty sure them niggas lose sleep over. What are we doing? What do you want? Why you tell me? Right? You always questioning my intention. At some point, you're not paying attention to none of the way
Anything
I treat you.
that part.
Right? You know how I show up. You need the declaration. And even once I give you the declaration, you still question it because I didn't give you the declaration how you wanted it and when you wanted it. That's not my love language. That's not my love language. My love language is showing up.
That
So if my
part.
love language is showing up, it ain't gonna be all these words of affirmation and consideration. And you know what I'm saying? Unless you ask me. And if you ask me and one of your baggage is you think niggas lying to you, then I'm never gonna be able to tell you the truth.
It's the truth. Yep. Yep.
It's a
Yep.
no-win situation. Um Self-sabotaging. That's another one. That was your arena right there.
That was my yeah, that
Kaboom. Drop a clues bomb on that.
I know, right? Everybody drop a
Just
bomb
drop a
for
clues bomb on that.
self-sabotage. Definitely. All
Mhm.
the people that's watching right now, just drop a bomb because that's what I'm good for. Picking and finding, and then I told you, I knew it.
Y- You, I have a hill that I'm gonna die on. Every young man was made a misogynist from his first heartbreak. His first heartbreak. Some of those men built Mario Brothers 8 levels worth of walls and castles around their heart right after that.
Yep.
Right? Some people built a decent wall, but still allowed themselves to get Trojan horsed for all my Odyssey people. Bring, right? But for the most part, that has been men's biggest trigger. Because they never, if they ever get to that point where they actually feel that heartbreak, they don't never want to feel that shit again. So then they become emotionally unavailable. They never let nobody get that close to them again. Some not this long as others, but some people never get back. They never come back.
That's true.
And that is baggage they carry for the rest of their lives until they either find a woman that breaks them out of this or they do the work to break themselves out of it.
Out
And
of it, yeah.
sometimes you're gonna ruin a good woman who's trying to break that shit off out of you herself. You know, and then guess what you do? You give her baggage.
You give her yours.
You give her baggage, right? Because she gonna think I done put all this energy into niggas and it still didn't turn out.
Yep.
I loved them the right way. I did this. I did that.
What did I do wrong?
What did
Yep.
I do wrong? Nah, it was him, girl.
Yep.
You did
I
everything
didn't do
right.
anything right.
It
Yep.
was him. But it was never part. It was never your job to try to fix him. And if you were going to try to fix him, then you got to stay with him. You can't put somebody in rehab and then break up with them.
That's true.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna send you to rehab, and then as soon as you walk in, say, "Well, hey, it's been fun. Good
Oh
luck."
well. Have fun.
Right? What do you think the first thing they gonna do? They gonna break out and go right back to their vice. Um. All right. So we're establishing that triggers are ongoing. We're
Yeah.
establishing that baggage is something you really can't control in the sense that there's because you got to bring the good with the bad, you got to bring the bad with the good. It's always two sides of that coin. Um, the problem is that you said Erica said pack light. Like, try to try to really give the opportunity a fresh slate, even if you're not coming into it with one,
Make sure you
right?
have the right necessities in your bag.
But see,
The
the
things
problem
that
is you also gotta really take time. You can't just keep jumping into shit right after something
yep.
ends. I know I knew this homegirl, man. Swear to God, man. She was a sweet girl, but nigga, every time I would joke her, I was like, yo, so who you fucking with now? And she like, look, these niggas say they wanna whoop whoop. So I say, I bet. Let's. And then if it don't work out, I I move on. And I'm like, yeah, but you honestly think you taking all these on the chin?
Mm-mm.
Do you think you honestly taking all these on the chin?
All that hurt.
Ain't no
That's
fucking
building
way.
a
You
whole.
out here acting like you willing to get into relationships with niggas, but you're dealing with the loss of that relationship unemotionally, and you think that's normal.
And then when everything goes silent, you
Cool,
forced to be by
cool,
yourself.
cool, cool. Sometimes I let people talk. I'm like, cool, okay, all right. They say they want to do it, and you gonna test that theory every time, huh? Okay, I got you. Mm. Okay, so now we get to the defense. What's that trendy word now? Protecting my peace.
Oh,
Are you really protecting your peace? When I hear people say it, protecting my peace. What does that look like?
I I I mean,
What does protecting my peace look like? Does that mean no tolerance,
and that you know what is
less patience,
him and I
less
we
grace?
even I said it. I said, what does peace look like? Because peace could be anything
I
to
mean, peace could be anything, but what does protecting it? You don't have to identify it, and unfortunately, to protect it, which is weird because
I
your
guess it
peace,
would be that you're
your
not
peace,
tolerating certain
your,
things.
your peace is related to your state of mind, right? Where you're finding your happy moments. That's your peace. You can't live in a constant state of peace because humans themselves are naturally combative. And somebody's going to come in and fuck up that
and
peace,
and mess it all up.
mess it all up. You can protect it in a sense that you can't let it take away from it. Like if you're having a bomb ass day and you get into it with a rude ass customer service girl, that should not be the end of your bomb ass day.
Yeah, you should continue. Let it deal with it in that
Deal
moment.
with in that moment and then
Keep it moving.
right. That is protecting your peace. But most people don't do that. It's always I was having a good day until ruined my day until right. Oh, it was worst part of the
Oh,
day.
definitely. People tried to ruin my weekend, but no,
Oh my goodness. And you let them.
no, I didn't.
You
I didn't.
sure?
Positive. Trust
You
me.
sure you didn't?
I sure did not. I did
Okay.
not fall for the okey doke.
No
Sure
okie
didn't.
dokie.
No
Okay.
okey dokey.
All right. Um, but protecting our peace, that's a weird statement because I always want to know what it looks like for folks.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't use the
but I'll
same.
tell you what you is protected, baby. You protecting that pain. That's what you protecting. You don't want to feel that shit no more.
That stuff hurt.
You protecting no peace. Love hurts.
Man, heartbreak is yeah,
You ain't protecting your peace, nigga. You protecting that pain.
that stuff hurt.
Yo, protecting your fears.
Yep.
What you scared of? You're scared of losing people, right?
Mhm.
What if I told you you'd be
But
surprised?
I know now. I know now that it's life. It happens, right?
But listen, you'd be
I can't
surprised.
control it.
You'd be surprised when I tell you that I suffer from the same thing. I know, right?
Oh, because I'm scared. You saw me. I'm like,
Huh?
you saw me like, I'm like, hold on. Do I hear? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Back to you because it just threw me off guard because I heard it and I'm like, okay, it's all right. You said you suffer from the same thing.
hmm I'm sorry. What you heard was a screaming baby in the hall.
Like,
And
what is that?
instead of his mom understanding that everything in my hallway is amplified,
Because I was
she
like, is
let
that a cat?
she
Is
let
it?
him just keep fussing in the hallway, right? And so you heard that coming through the very clear microphones and
And
speakers in
clearly
there,
that
right?
baby was
So
loud.
sorry,
If I
sorry
heard
guys. I got a young child who stays above me, and his mom's a bad parent. Um,
oh my god.
she's a, she is a bad parent. Yo, got stories. Anyway, uh, um, but yeah, that was my biggest issue. I was constantly, I wouldn't say fear.
Okay.
It was almost like a level of self sabotaging in that I figure, God, it's gonna sound so cocky, but this is no hubris. You're gonna find a version of me that you adore, and you're gonna pedestal that. And I am not gonna be able to hold my balance on that pedestal because I know I'm fucked up. But I'm pushing through because that's the only way I know how to do. You're gonna put me on that pedestal, and eventually that pedestal is gonna wobble and wobble. And you're gonna resent the fact that I can't stand up there and hold my balance and be shiny and great. And when you're tired of all of that, you're gonna leave. And I said to myself, I used to always say, I know it. I used to tell one shot, I was like, yo, when you get sick of my shit, you're gonna be gone. That was like my penance for not going to deal with my bullshit. I would just accept the loss.
I got you. I got you.
Right? It wasn't a matter of why, it was a matter
Yep.
of when. So then that made me not want to let people get close to me. It made me not want to open up to folks. And it made me keep people at an arm's length. And I was good at shortening the distance and then extending it again.
I get it.
Shorten the distance, extend it. Pull you back in. Okay. All right. Push you back out. And that type of seesaw shit will drive a woman crazy. Right? Because in the moments where you get that close, it's like all the pedestal comes back and it's all these flashes of what could be.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I really love when he's just back in love with me again. Then I disappoint you because I'm ultimately flawed. I'm ultimately flawed. So it's crazy when you're dealing with it in your way, and then the way I'm dealing with it was almost self sabotaging.
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore, but that was my thing.
That was that was
That was
mine
definitely my
too.
thing.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to leave, I'm just like, all right, peace. it's just, it's just like that's protecting my peace. If you find your own resentment in me, I'm not holding nobody hostage. You can go. I'd rather you go than you be shitty towards me.
Yep.
Because if you're shitty towards me, I'm a double Libra and a Gemini. Please don't. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
And that's my thing now.
I go
Like
to hell.
I'm not
I don't go to
looking
low. I go to hell. I go to hell.
and that's me. I'm
I
petty.
go
So
to
it's
hell.
like
I go to hell.
I don't want to have to search. I'm done with it. And if I feel like I need to search, then I don't need to be with you.
Right. Anything that's throwing me off. That's another thing about protecting your peace. Anything that's pulling you out of character,
Yep.
you gotta go. You can't stick around. Check this out. I saw this video today, right? And this couple was walking along the beach, and the woman became visually like upset that like somebody was like walking beside her. Okay. Then the boyfriend or the husband, whoever the significant other was in the video, was like, "Hey, no, we're gonna," he was trying to say we can go another way, and she was like, "No, I just don't want people on." He was like, "Well, you kind of got upset with folks about this yesterday." He said, "We're at a public beach. It's going to be people walking beside you,
Mhm.
right?" And she just curt. She was just like, just like telling him to chill out, and he's like, he was very calm. He was just like, yo, and then she was like, why can't you just say okay, babe? And he was like, because I never just say okay, babe. She's like, yeah, that's one of your problems. And he was like, yeah, not a problem. You just think you run shit.
Wow.
Right? And you could tell that he kind of like just been through this too many times. Like he was accepting that. And he had found his own little way to not let her pull him
Cool. Yeah.
into like her like emotional bullshit. Like you mad because somebody's walking beside you? Like you're visibly upset. And you're telling someone else to calm down when you're the only one out here acting
Yep.
irrational. The nigga that was narrating the video was like, I would have left her ass right there at that goddamn.
I would have too.
I left her at that goddamn beach. But yeah, protecting peace. and protecting your pain or your fear. I think that's two different things, but I think they both show up. I think they both show up. You know, it's just it's just who's left behind when you're doing either one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you pull me out of character, I am not protecting my peace. I've allowed
No,
you
you're
to.
not. You allow that
I've
person to
allowed
get,
that
you know.
person to yeah, right. If I say I am avoidant, then I'm protecting my pain. Right? If I'm not, if you don't feel like I'm vulnerable enough with you or transparent enough with you, I'm actually protecting my pain because I can't trust you with it. Right? I mean, these are my examples. You can tell me if you feel different.
I agree.
Um. Okay. Do you deal with hyper independence? I know you do. You do. You deal with hyper independence, don't you? Yeah. You know where my version of hyper independence came from? Mine was the expectation that I put on women watching my mom be hyper independent.
Okay.
Right? Why are you over here crying about this life you don't have right now? You're a mother. Your life is your child. Who gives a fuck who you dating? You don't date nobody. Just be a mom.
Yep.
Right? Why? Because I watched that. I couldn't take. Listen, outside of the long term living boyfriend that she was never going to marry, and he moved into our house. Before that, I didn't know who the fuck she dated. I couldn't tell you if she was interested in men or not. Right? I ain't never seen nobody. I ain't meet nobody.
That's like I told you that. My kids know my ex that, you know, I we lived with. They know of somebody after that that I talked to, but that was only because we used to play football together.
Mm.
And he would come over and just kind of put himself in there. But other than that,
Now, every so
that's
often, I knew she took a trip without me. Every so often, I was staying at one of my aunt's house. Right? Every so often, I was staying at one of my aunt's house. You know,
that's
so
like
you
even
know,
now when I left, you know, I shared my location and, you know,
yeah,
we
that wasn't the
talked in
case.
the
Just
we
at my
talked
aunt's
in the group
house.
chat. I was
I
just
come pick you up when I get back. I come I come pick you up from school when I get back. Your aunt gonna take you to school on Monday. Damn, you take me to school on Monday? I'm here the whole weekend. She gonna take me to school on Monday? God damn. Guess she couldn't leave me alone that long. Then it got to the point where she could. She could leave me in the house that long. You know what I'm saying? Like just
yeah.
gone. So I mean, she took her one offs, but I mean, but that was also at that point they were together. So you
Hmm.
know, he was the only guy I knew that I knew of. You know, up until the day he died. Right, that's the only guy I knew of. Um, but that was how I projected hyper independence on the women in my life.
Okay.
Cause like, why are you? What you struggling for? like, you know, pull it up. I'm out here. I ain't got no empathy. Pull it up by your bootstraps. You know, you go figure it out. You gonna be all right. You tough. Cause I watched my mom. She did this shit like religiously. Yo, she worked us. She worked us out of poverty. Yo, she literally worked us out of poverty. How I'm like I'm cognizant of it. I'm aware of it. Like I'm seeing it in real time. I
Yeah.
watched how our life changed here and there. I remember that time she pulled up in her brand new '92 Honda Prelude in '91. She pulled up in a '92 and '91. I thought that shit was a spaceship, and she had a little personalized plate.
Oh yeah, I forgot Virginia known for yeah.
Yeah, she had a little personalized plate. You know, we had went from the shittiest apartment to a cool apartment. Where I thought was a cool apartment, but you ride past that bitch now, it's like, ooh, I lived here.
I mean, that's like, my kids, us when we was in Jersey to now, my daughter act like she been living this life her whole life.
Oh yeah. And then it was so crazy. Like we got so good. Like the cousins that I used to love going around, like their house became too ghetto. I was like,
Sound
yo,
like my
mom.
daughter. That's that Libra.
Like you,
Sound
I
just
would,
like my
I would,
daughter.
I would. Up until listen, up until we got the house, going over there was not a problem because project rules are different from your regular house rules. You know what I'm saying? The first time I was out past the street, like I was at my cousin's house. Um, but then it got to a point where I was like, nah, I don't want to go over there. We living good over here. I don't want to go.
That is
I don't want to go. I don't want to sleep with cotton balls in my ear. I don't want the roaches. You know how you get when I come back. I'm just gonna stay here. We good. You gotta go over there. Oh, yeah, okay. As you get older, the projects become more and more real than when you don't live there all the time. You're like, damn.
that
Woof.
part.
Shout out to my cousins. Shout out to
Shout out to
Black
my
Whale.
brother.
Shout out
My
to old
brother just
Black
said,
Whale.
"Hey,
You lived in Richmond, but you don't remember. You didn't get to see Black Whale in his heyday. This is super gentrified over
ginger
there now.
pie." Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Um. What about how you feel with vulnerability? You fear it?
No, I'm cool with being vulnerable. I'm like the emotional. That's like if you got me, you got me. So I'm not afraid of being vulnerable.
I still have a little bit of fear. I've become more of an open book because I'd rather you be informed, not because of anything, not because I would like feeling compelled to share this deep. But it's like, nigga, I want you to know what you're dealing with. Um, but then there's still a part of me that just says, yeah, not yet. Because you just don't want nobody to, again, as a man, I fear it. I don't want nobody weaponizing my bullshit against me.
And I get that as a man, right? I understand that part.
Yeah. Um, where you at with trust? Trust earned? You trust earned, or you start with the fresh slate? I
I,
trust you till I
I
can't.
I'm like my what was it? My history teacher back at Ben Salem.
uh,
Uh, it was like everybody has an A
until you
in
don't.
class until you don't. Everybody has an A. So even again, even and it's so funny you say that part as far as trust, right? Because talking to my girlfriends and some things that may trigger them, right? With some of the situations that like even
Mm.
just having certain conversations. Oh yeah, I know he probably doing this or why, and I'm like, I'm cool. If I'm cool, we cool.
We cool.
I don't see ain't no red flag there.
Say, bitch, be cool. Tell that bitch be
The
cool.
communication is, we still working on, and that's the thing. Like, I think people don't realize, right? And these are the things that I'm learning to do also, as we say different love languages and stuff like that, right? When
Hmm.
we come into these spaces of everybody does not communicate the way we communicate,
Hell
right?
no.
And especially if someone has been single for a very long time, sometimes we forget that, hey, there's another person over here now.
Listen.
So when you do certain things, you're so used to doing, because I'm in your space, right? I'm in his space. And he had a daily routine. Because even one time, like, even there was a point where he was like, hey, do you want to go to the market or whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm fine here. You can go with me. And I'm like, I'm good. Because that's when I was dealing with the headache and didn't want to say I had a headache, so but there was a point where I kind of was like, well, dag. And then even he said some things like, dag, I keep forgetting this. Is somebody else here? Yeah, somebody in your space right now. Don't forget,
I
but
can't
it
ever
was,
forget. I know. You feel it.
but it, just minor things where my having a conversation. Oh, nah, he probably out doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's like, nah. I know if I would have left, or did XYZ, it'd be the same. Well, how many things did he come back with?
Listen, I had somebody in my space once, and they got upset because um, I didn't come to bed.
Some people, yes, that is a major thing for some
But here's
people.
the thing: we're not new. We just at the time decided to pick it up,
Gotcha.
right? We're almost double digits in,
Okay.
and you know what I'm saying, in a sense of just, but just because separated by states, right? So okay, let's just try a little bit of a bigger pace in a sense, right? Or get closer in a sense. But the first time we got together after that, I'm still being me in my space. And on any given night I fall asleep on that couch. I be out. I don't even know when I fall asleep. I just be out.
Yeah,
That
because
couch,
you just, yeah.
right? So th- at any point you're gonna go to bed before me. Now, where how I need you to communicate to me is to not get upset because I'm not in the bed. Come get me off the couch. Come wake me up
Wake
and
you
literally
up. Yeah,
and get
like,
me
come
off the couch.
on.
Hey, come go to bed. And
Hey,
don't
come on to
do like
bed.
you
Yeah.
upset. Just know that I passed out. Come get me. If I could, like, if I knew to go get in my bed, I would probably would have get in my bed, but I don't. I'm it's not a night I don't pass out on that couch and then get up and go get in bed. So don't be upset. Just come get me.
Yep.
Come get me off the
And
couch.
that's what I'm learning. Like, even with that, right? There were some things where it was like, oh my gosh, but then I thought about it. No, these are simple conversations. These
Conversations.
these are things that, like, I don't think this was purposely done. These are literally conversations that can be had to say, hey, just can you make sure,
You know
you
what
know.
one of the biggest leading reasons for divorce? Sharing space.
Oh yeah.
Two people who live completely different trying to make it work together,
Yep.
right? So anytime you go into someone else's space, I'm translucent. When I come into people's space, I am translucent. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I just
Yep.
want you to be who you are.
Who
I
you
will
are
be
in your space.
fine.
Yep.
I will
Yep.
adapt. I will sit my ass down somewhere. I'll sit down any room you in and we can talk. But I just want you to be in your space and be comfortable, right? Don't be trying to overserve me. I don't
Yep.
You can show me what one thing is and I'll figure out the rest. I'll figure it out. Glasses right here. Okay. Something in the refrigerator to drink. Can I can I go and get some? Cool. I don't need you to do it because how are you even enjoying someone in your space and you on the clock the whole time? Right? You're on the clock because people that come in your space, they become needy. They don't even recognize they in your space. They just become, I'm a guest.
And that's why I was like, even like I said, with the conversation with one of my friends, I'm like, this is what, if this, I already know what you're not, like, what you do on a day-to-day basis. I talk to you every day. So why would I made a comment about something, but then it was like, oh, well, this was the situation, whatever, da da da. And it was like, okay, so I know next time, like, hey, how far, just ask a little bit more questions so I'll know, you
Hmm.
know, what the situation is while I'm like you said, because I don't want to bother somebody and pull them out of their day-to-day routine, because I want to see you in your day-to-day. I want to see how you are. I want to
Hmm.
see you in your natural space. That's why I came out there. to see it.
Mm.
Because everything all we schmoozing, boo loving on the phone, FaceTiming every day. I don't want to get so adjusted to the lovey-doveys. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is like when you talk to somebody every day, you FaceTime it every day. Oh, I miss you, all these stuff things. It's like, okay, let me see you in your space. Let me see if you really miss me. Like, let me see if you are into me. So that's why I decided to take that leap to go over there, because I felt like the conversations were getting very intimate and very close, and we were growing to like, hey, I know I liked you, but I really like you, or do I really like you? You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure the person I talk to on the phone is really the person I like in real life.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
So like you said, I don't want to interfere with your space. Still do you. I'm just here.
All right. So let's talk about I was talking about people who kind of like jump from one relationship to the next, right? Are you really ready to try this again, or you just don't want to be alone? Mm. Are you ready for
If the camera
love?
follows me.
Right. What she say? Are you ready for love?
What
Or you
you
just
so the
are,
the
are, are
the
you a lonely girl? Hey there, lonely
lonely girl.
girl.
So the answer I gave my aunt, uh as we were talking about before I went to, take this get on the flight the day before. I told her, she was like, what if it gets serious, whatever, da da da. My
Mm.
response was, I need to go back to therapy.
Oh,
But I said it jokingly, right? But
okay.
what I meant by that is like, yes, I want the Disney lovely, this the fairy tale, right? I know the fairy
Yeah.
tale isn't real. I know
Right.
it's not, you know.
Okay. Cause we could.
But I know that if I'm in this space, there I have to relax. And that's what I meant by therapy. Like I just have to chill
Okay.
and relax
So
and not be on one.
can you date and be in the process of healing?
I think it depends on, okay, so I'll say this.
Can you do it? Can
It
you rub your
depends
can
on
you tap your head and rub your
where
tummy?
it depends on what space of the healing process, right? Because we're healing every day, right?
Right, right, right,
Now
right,
if
right, right,
it's
right.
now if it's on some, I just got out of something and it's fresh. Nah, right?
You think that's the worst case scenario? You know what I think is the worst case scenario?
Cause they be ready to
You
love
know
and be on you and
you
in
know
it, and
that
then
listen. The worst case scenario is you the motherfucker they talking about in therapy.
I don't think I made it to, I don't know. I have made it to a couple
Right,
of
like
therapy
I done
sessions.
made some therapy sessions.
I
I
made
know I
some
done made some
therapy
therapy
sessions.
sessions because they said to me, I was talking to you with my therapist. I'm like, what?
I heard that. I was talking to my therapist.
Yeah, I
Was
was
it
talking about
good?
I was talking about you to my therapist. What? I
I re-
made
I
therapy.
remember I remember
Fuck.
when I was in therapy. Hold on, the guy I was talking to, and I knew that I it wasn't something that I should have been in, right? And I remember I was talking to my therapist about it, and she was like, "Well, you stay," and he was the one who like held my hand to get me ready for therapy. I'm here for you if you need me to go, all this, not knowing that I'm in therapy to get rid of you.
And that ain't even just a professional therapy, nigga. What if you the nigga in the unofficial therapy, the group chat? You in the group
Oh.
chat with a whole nickname. With
I seen the
a
guy. He
whole
talking about
nickname.
big feet. Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
No, I actually, when before even with this, I had to call one of my friends, and I was like, I need therapy. Like I need to talk. And she kind of calm me down, because it's like this could potentially be something.
So, do you believe in taking breaks?
No.
Nigga, what?
What you mean? Like
In
we take a break,
between,
then we
like
come
knowing
back?
when to knowing. No, I ain't talking about them. The
Oh.
dumbest things
Oh,
in
I was
relationship.
about to say
I'm
no.
talking about. I'm talking about in between time.
Oh, with the person you with?
No, I'm talking about like when we talk about are you really ready to date or are you alone? Do you know when you take breaks? Do you
Oh yeah, I'm good with being, but I'm a loner.
loner? Okay.
It's a difference. So, and I don't know, because you are only child too, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
And
by
you
myself. I get it.
and
Yeah.
we can sit by
How about
ourselves
good times?
and
Good
and for
times.
months just
Yeah, good times.
you
Great
make
times.
people call you okay? I'm good.
Fine. Good. I'm in this bitch
I'm
coloring and
perfect.
smoking. What you talking about?
That's
What you doing?
right.
I'm
Watching
coloring and
TV
smoking,
every
nigga.
day,
Like,
just
yeah, chilling.
wake up, plopped on the couch, happy,
Yeah.
legs crossed and
I'm staring at
kicking.
this spice cabinet trying to figure out what I'm making for dinner. That's right.
So when it comes to breaks, yes, I can take very long breaks and be by myself and just
Okay.
be so careless to forget that the world is there too.
Okay. So then, since breaks are not your issue,
Breaks are never
can
my
you
issue.
can you effectively communicate where you are emotionally?
I'm learning. That is still that is still a task. We are being honest. That is still a task.
A task. You be taking the
It's still,
task by it. You be.
it's still a task. It's still a
How
task.
hard is it for you to just say where you at emotionally? Is it hubris? Is it vulnerability? What is it? Ego,
It's
pride?
it's I guess you gotta say it's about being vulnerable, right? Because it's like when I have to open up about me, sometimes I'm so used to listening and being that shoulder to lean on, and but when it comes to talking about me, I'm so used to not talking about me and saying how I feel. And when I'm not okay, I don't know how to express it sometimes,
Oh, yeah. It was a
because
struggle
I'm
for me
so
too.
used to not nobody
Yeah,
ever really, you
giving a
good?
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel like nobody really gives a fuck because their actions will be different.
Yeah.
So I get it, right? But I had to learn to be able to like say, "Hey, listen, I'm not fucking with you, right? I am pissed. Okay, this is why. We can talk about it later, but
But see, even in them situations, I don't like no let's talk about it later. I want to talk about it now.
I don't want to talk about it right now because if I'm still mad about it, I am liable to say some dumb shit because I'm
I be
mad.
wanting to talk about things right now because I want to know
I
what I
nah,
did and why. Because
I
I'm
need me a
scared
good
that
I need me a
if you
good
say you need a minute, you
nah,
ain't coming.
I need a box
That's
breathing
a
moment.
trigger. That's
Okay. I
a
need a
trigger
box
though.
breather moment over here. I need to in four, out four. Okay. Inhale four, out four.
That's a trigger for me. It's like, do you promise you really gonna call me back? Like,
Oh, okay.
so that is a trigger. That is because I'm
Okay.
like, you sure you coming back?
So let's circle back to this healing thing because I believe you're always healing. You
Yes,
believe you're always healing, right?
I do. I do.
Um, some of the penances of healing is definitely if you don't got accountability in your life, you gotta find
I'm
it because
willing to.
if you being tormented by the same trauma, bitch is you.
I'm
It is you. If you are the common denominator, it is you. Okay, that's the first part of accountability. Um, therapy
I
and
can
self
definitely
work.
accept.
I think therapy. I hate the word self work because you can't do self work without the therapy. You can't. You got to get the tools first. First, you got to identify the problem, and then you got to get the tools to work on the problem. Once you open up to where you can get to it, it's like a car. right? And if the battery's in a weird place like under the tire wheel, then a regular place like AutoZone can't change your battery out for you,
Mhm.
right? So you gotta allow yourself to be open so that somebody can act, so you can actually get to the parts that need to work, that need the actual therapy. Um, I think the biggest thing is for people to try to communicate their triggers. Like you never told them why you was bugging, did you?
No,
Why not?
I had a headache. I had
Yeah,
a
but you knew
migraine. I
why
usually have
you.
migraines.
Yeah, this was, but you knew why you had this one.
No, not at the time. So I'll say this, right? When I first had it, I thought it was for something else, right? I really did.
Really?
Yeah, because
You
there
wasn't
was
acknowledging your own anxiety?
no, there was so much going on that I knew I was anxious, right? But I
Mhm.
knew that certain things kind of happened before, so I associated it with the other stuff. But then, like I said, when I sat in that bed and I wasn't going to take anything, that's when I realized you can't do this. You got to take something. Like, even if you do have migraines, every once in a while, you this ain't no fight through moment. This is a you are out somewhere, you are spending time with somebody, take something. Do not decide to just say bump it, let's stay in, right?
Mhm.
And that's when I sat there and realized, like, no, like, Tasha, like, don't do this. And
Mhm.
then that's when, I asked him, did he have anything before it got too late.
So anxious. See 11:30. He was anxious. Okay. Um, what are some unhealthy relationship patterns you need to break? Yeah. Look at that face right now.
Um,
Jesus Christ, they not at the top.
no, I mean, as far as me being nosy, I started working on that because I would do a whole deep dive, like a whole deep
Deep
dive
dive.
into your life. Um, that
Okay.
was always the bad of the bad was the deep diving because I tell you everything about you, who your mom's sister and brother is and who her mom is. I was doing deep dives. Um, and then also allowing to someone else, even though I'm not this, oh, I'm independent, control, being that, like you said, that hyper independence, that I can just chill. And I have to realize I can just chill.
You can. Can
I
you?
don't I don't have to plan everything. I can just go with the flow.
Oh, not those words. Not
Ah,
GTF.
I went with the flow when I went out there. You know what I'm saying? So that, and again, this was the biggest step that I've ever done to just period.
Well,
Going with the flow.
let's hold on. We on drink chat. Let's chat. Let's clap it up. Clap it up for growth. Let's clap it up for growth for Tasha, y'all. Let's clap it up for growth. We clapping it up for growth for Tasha. Yeah. All right. We're gonna celebrate the growth moments here at Disaster
Yes.
Dating 101.
So yes, you know, those are my things. Cause
All right.
I'm laid back, I'm quiet, I don't really be trying to argue, I don't be trying to do. I'm a little cray cray sometimes, but it don't even be. It be really on some stuff that, again, I allow myself to get into the BS. So I'm dealing with your BS, and I know I'm dealing with your BS, right? So, but other than that, I'm chill, laid back. I like to cook. I like to just chill, relax, to have fun. You know. So yeah.
All right. Let's get to everybody's favorite part of the show.
This question.
Disaster or doable? The Who
Don't,
Hurt You
don't,
Boo edition.
don't.
We need some theme music for that.
I
Can
know.
we find some theme music for that won't get us sued?
I still got some music from the guy that I got the music from. I just actually found it. He had sent me a whole bunch of music when
I
I was
gotta
trying to
pick this one.
decide.
I gotta pick
So
that
yeah.
one. This got to be something poignant yet lovable. Okay. All right.
What's
Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Boo edition of disaster or doable. Right, where I ask you a question, I give you a scenario, you tell me if it's a disaster or is it doable, and then we talk about why for the last 25 minutes of the show. Okay, as you know, these will be listed and random as hell. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All righty, first one up. Okay. They assume you're lying because someone else lied to them.
I mean that's not doable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
doable meaning having a
Nah, that shit
conversation
is
about it, but it's
that
not. It's not. I'm
it's not
past that point.
sustainable. I'm gonna go ahead and drop
Yeah.
one of Clues bombs on that bitch. Kaboom, because that's me protecting my peace. You not gonna treat me like I'm lying to you
That
24/7. You can
part.
carry your ass
Everything
on,
I'm
okay?
lying
You carry your
about
ass on.
everything.
Right. I'm not listen, I'm too old to be playing defense.
Be on your
Too
tippy toes.
old. Yeah.
You want my
Everything is
location? Nah, I
edged.
don't. Yeah.
Nah. You know what I mean? I remember I was seeing this chick one time. She gonna tell me, turn your location on. I said, block. Block. You're not gonna clock me. What the what the get the fuck out of here. All right. They ask you to see your phone because they've been cheated on before.
I don't. Everybody got my password to my phone. Uh, so that I don't know. That's doable.
Yeah, I'm not succumbing to none of that bullshit. Again, if you have to ask,
That's
if
why
you
I'm
need
there.
if you
Like,
need to see, you looking
yeah,
for something. You're looking for
that's
something.
why I'm
And
sitting there. Like,
and if you look for something hard enough, you'll find it.
you'll find it, or they're
You'll
gonna
find
make it
it.
up, or make it up because
You'll find it.
that
And
was me.
I'm an
I went to
archivist.
go see. I went to go see my ex in Richmond.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I'm an archivist. I don't typically throw a lot of shit away because they're core memories. And that core memory might be still sitting on that phone. You go through there hard enough. Now that core memory could be 4 or 5 years ago, but it's still there. You don't know that. You just see it.
but that's like Instagram. People hit me up on Instagram all the time, and yeah,
Anyway, I'm good on that. Drop another one of Clues bombs on that dumbass shit. Disaster. All right. Mm, they constantly test your loyalty instead of communicating.
nah. I'm not. This is not the Hunger Games. I'm not going back and forth with
you
somebody.
know, you know what I hate? I don't it's not the testing of my loyalty. It's not the testing. You know what really grinds my gears? It's the gauging. Like
Yeah.
you gauging me instead of just saying what the fuck is on your mind. Oh, that shit irks me to my soul. Hey, wow. Is there something you want to say? Why are you gauging me? Like, don't do that. Just talk. Talk to
Yep.
me. Like I'm begging you to just be direct. Just talk to me. Like, what
Yep.
the fuck? Like, I don't want to speak in all these goddamn hypotheticals and shit. What the fuck?
What if? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
What are
you
you
think?
gauging me?
Do you see yourself?
Oh my goodness. I got it. All right. Um. Oh, these are all horrible. They compare you to an ex during an argument.
Oh heck no! Bye. You can keep her.
You can come and get your
Keep her.
clothes.
Definitely keep her.
I was like, well, shit, can he take care of both of us?
Keep her.
Shit. If he can take care of both of us, yeah, you can run back to him. You can run back to him all you want. If he can take care of both of us, if he can't take care of both of us, then you can have him on your own. Yeah, comparing me to your ex is the fastest way to get the locks changed in
That
front of
was
your
the
face.
old head. Always compare me to Keisha.
Oh no, not a Keisha.
She was a
Okay.
Keisha.
Um. So are we both disasters on that one? Okay. They admit they're still healing from their last relationship.
I mean, that's doable.
That's the first thing I would say. The first time I would agree with
That's
that being
doable.
doable in the sense that how much patience do I have though? See, I gotta be in a very good place of grace and patience to understand that I'm gonna be trying to date this person while they're technically still healing from a breakup. I couldn't understood. That was stupid of me. I couldn't
Understand.
understand women that were in bad marriages because you always meet them when they separated or they trying to go through the divorce, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there with this like, why don't these niggas just sign these papers and go about their business, right? But niggas just don't ever. People just don't leave, right? They walk away, but the leaving is the worst. Is the hard part. And and then you listen, like you would hear this shit for like months, maybe even years of this like this soured marriage attempt, right? And then I would have no understanding, no grace, no patience, no empathy for those who needed to grieve
The marriage.
the marriage, even
Yep.
though it failed, even though they walked out of it mad and miserable, or they spent all the time during the separation and divorce hating this person. I couldn't understand, like, if you go through all of that and then it's finally over, why doesn't it feel like a weight lifted off your chest? Like, why are
I
you
get it.
grieving? Why are you grieving that? I could not understand that shit. And that shit used to irk my nerves to the point where like it would just make that person so undesirable to me. God, I'm so glad I fixed that. Because I might not still understand why you grieving it, but I am way better at just not.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, oh, like you said, I the same nigga you was talking about like 2 months ago. That you
Hmm.
okay? You sad?
Yep.
Shit, you should be happy that shit over with now, nigga. I thought you was going. All right, not bad. My bad. Are you going through it? You depressed. You having a tough time. Why
Yep.
you having a tough time with this? This nigga won't shit. If he was shit, he wouldn't have left you with these kids.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Never mind. All right. Yeah. And that makes me. But then it used to make me. I was such a cynic. What are you grieving about? Like, what are you actually grieving about? Are you just mad because your little fantasy didn't work out and you alone, or are you grieving the fact that you lost your friend? Because he didn't sound like a friend for the last year and a half. It didn't sound like a friend at all. Anyway, all right. They say I just don't trust people.
Then don't trust me.
Yeah, I'm good. Chuck the deuces.
Yeah, don't trust me.
Oh, okay. They pull away every time the relationship gets serious. That was you.
That was me. That was me. I
That
will
was you.
not. No, but that was the last
I
situation
mean, that was
too.
me too. That was
That was the
me.
last. That
That
was
was
the
me.
last situation. Every
That was
time it seemed
me.
like everything was getting good, and we was getting closer, the dumbness would happen and do the dumb stuff.
You know why you know you when you gonna stop that? When you actually go to therapy.
No, I'm saying the person did it.
Yeah, but you
That was
do it
the last
too.
thing I. Who me?
Hmm.
I mean, I do it because I know that ain't the person I want to talk to.
Oh man, don't give me that. Don't give me the Ronnie and
I mean,
Tootsie
the
Hole
last
quote.
person, no, the last person, yes. I really did. I was
No, no,
trying,
no, no.
but
But
I'm talking about anything else. Nah. I ain't seen no picture
Okay.
in it.
Well, I used to definitely pull away when I felt the tightening. Ooh, here's the coldest shit I ever did. This is so fucked up. I was such a weirdo, yo. So we kicking it. We having a good time. We just kicking it. We ain't got no issues. The activity is chef's kiss, right? One day we kicking it, and it's like, so you gonna be my boyfriend? You gonna ask me that while we doing it? Yeah, sure. So I wake up the next morning, I realize, oh shit, I got a girl. I got a girlfriend. I was not ready. I was not ready. And so I ghosted her.
I know somebody did that. That I was
I
cool with did that.
ghosted her.
Kind of
And I
same
couldn't
situation.
I couldn't even really ghost her because she was my homeboy's homegirl. And he called he called me like, yo, what the fuck did you do? But she eventually found her happily ever after. She got married.
That's
And
good.
I did have an opportunity to explain to her what happened and apologize. I really
Okay.
asked her for her forgiveness for that. That was me on the, like my healing journey and just kind of like trying to right some wrongs in a situation. And I told her like,
I
listen, I
get it.
think you just really caught me off guard, and I ain't know how to react, so I just disappeared. I just faded the fuck away, and you didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve that at all. But don't be asking niggas to be your boyfriend when they balls deep in you. That's crazy. Um,
Ever.
that's
Then figure the
crazy.
gap.
That's crazy work, yo. That's diabolical. Yeah. Yeah. We together.
That's the I love you. You what?
What?
Love
Wait.
me.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had somebody do that to me
Yeah. I was
in the
like,
middle of
hold on. Love
like
me.
pause me, like you pause me to stop, like you love me,
I
right?
love I
You
I
love
love you
me,
too.
right? Yeah.
Then I hit him with the why you love me and you don't know like I asked, oh, he got so mad when I said that. I said, so why do you love me?
Oh, love me. All right. That's another episode of Disaster or Doable. Thank you for playing, Natasha, our
I
wonderful.
appreciate it. It's good questions. They were all disasters.
Not all of
One or
them.
two
Not
cool.
all of them were
One or
disasters.
two
So don't forget,
cool.
all of them were disasters. Okay. So, all right. Last question. Have you ever made someone pay for something they did not do?
No.
Ever?
Mm,
Nobody's
mm-mm.
ever paid no tax because you ain't been connected to nobody. You hate everybody. All right, so you don't you don't pass it forward. Okay.
No, I don't. I've never had somebody else pay
Uh,
for something else somebody else did. No.
I will
That's
say
why I
this.
said I was so shocked that I went through the motions that I went through because I've never been that girl.
All right, check this out. I've never made no one pay taxes for someone else's. I never did that. They paid my tax.
Okay.
Right? Nobody made me.
You just bring on the shenanigans.
I'm
To them.
just yeah, my these were my taxes from me being fucked up.
Gotcha.
Who made me fucked up? A lot of different experiences. I can't never say it was a woman. Yeah, did I have my initial first heartbreak? I definitely had my first heartbreak. That put the castle and the walls up. Everything else was just me
Oh, I already
fortif-
know who
fortifying the walls all the time.
I know who got my,
Because
front
I
door.
had some climbers. Boy,
Front door.
I
Front door
had
definitely. I know.
I had some
I
Super
changed his life.
Marios that was
I know I
determined to
changed
get
his
to
life.
that. I had some Super Mario's that was determined to get to that last level, buddy. They was determined. They had infinite men. They was moving like they had infinite men. They got the 30 men from Contra, and they was ready to go.
Yeah, when he came to Norfolk State, and I was like, "Why are you here?" And
Ugh.
even when I see him, like the way he moved, I be like, "This ain't you. Definitely ain't the same person." My bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. Final takeaway.
Um, take your time. Nothing is perfect. You have baggage, but like I said, like the words of Ibadu, just make sure you pack light when going into new things. Um, and just communicate, right? When
Mm,
you are not okay, and try to communicate.
okay. Which one is my camera? Is this my camera? Okay. Listen. If you decide you want to get in a relationship with somebody, please do not spend that entire relationship trying to prove they are not your ex or making them prove they're not their ex. That is a waste of time. Just be present, enjoy the
Enjoy it.
newness of it, right? Try to just find the joy of starting fresh, right? Think about it like, you know, the first new day of school, right? You were excited to start a new year, okay?
One of my favorite movies, Something New.
Something new. Now, healing, healing is a constant thing. That's why you can't healing can never be forgetting what happened, right? But it's also not looking to see if it's going to happen again, okay? Um so whatever happened, I just beg you, please don't let that kill how you love today.
Amen.
Period. Amen. That's from the church.
Hallelujah.
All right, we gonna get on here. We gonna wrap it over here. We're just under 2 hours. Hey,
But before we wrap it up, where's
uh,
my camera?
where's your camera?
So I am Natasha Renee, the creator and host of the Disaster Dating 101 podcast. And on August 22nd, from 1 to 4 p.m., we will be at Paradise Lounge doing the Love at Paradise event with the Momentum Social Group. So please make sure that you scan that QR code at the bottom. We are focused on community. We are focused on all the entrepreneurs. We are focused on love, just getting together and just having a good time. The first event was very good, and we want to make sure that we see you at the second event. Again, I am bringing in a nonprofit, so please come in and help support them and with their theme and what they have going on this month. I think either this month or September, they have something going on. And I want to make sure that at this Love at Paradise event that we kind of focus and help them out and support them with the needs that they need with their nonprofit. I don't want to announce it until we get there, but I am announcing that there will be a nonprofit there. So please make sure you scan the QR code, get your
Secret
tickets at
nonprofit.
the Love at Paradise event from 1 to 4 at Paradise Lounge in Orange Park, Florida. Thank you.
All right, where can they find you at, Tosh?
You can find me on IG. You can find me on TikTok at Natasha Renee underscore the creator. You can also make sure you are following us on YouTube at the Disaster Dating 101 podcast. We want to make some money, you guys, so please make sure that you follow us. We need $1 or 2.
Like, subscribe, and follow. Right, the
Yes.
standard algorithm recipe. Well, my
And
name is
and where can they
Antoine.
find you?
They can find me on IG at My Shit Is Pure Comedy. You can also find me on YouTube, same name, My Shit Is Pure Comedy, all one word.
I want to thank everybody tonight because Antoine, we had a huge, huge turnout on
Mhm.
Instagram. We had a couple of uh other, famous people that was on there. I said Darren Brand hopped on the live,
And
you
we
know.
ain't even like We ain't even drop the little promo joint today, did we?
Mm-mm. No, we didn't
Wow.
drop anything.
Wow.
I seen a couple of verified people
How they
on
catch up with
our,
us that fast? You know what I
because they
mean?
follow me. They follow
Oh, okay.
me. They follow,
You
Darren follow me.
They saw your little red circle. They was like, "Ooh, she going
Oh no,
live."
when I met him, he said he was, a fan.
Oh,
I'm cute. So,
he's a
you know,
fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. All right, people, we love y'all. We're going to get out of here, and God willing, we will be back next week
yes,
with
we will.
new stories and new ideas and new... I don't know what we're talking about. We'll figure that out next week.
Yes. All right. See y'all
All right.
later.